is the wicked strut about on every side. And it literally starts off with surrounded the wicked, strutting about. We are you become surrounded by wicked people who are proud of their wickedness. And when does that happen? When that which is Zuluth, that which is vile, repugnant, is praised and exalted amongst the sons of men. Amongst the sons of men. So, when a society praises and exalts vile behavior, the wicked are encouraged in their wickedness. And they strut about. So many times the psalmist talks about how grieved he is at the reality of the behavior of the wicked. And how many times do we read in Scripture of God having to remind the righteous that this life isn't all there is, and that there will be judgment, there will be justice, and that is the foundation upon which we are to base ourselves and to say, we will survive. Maybe not physically in this life. I mean, those who hate God have often killed those who love God because they are convicted by that. But the reality is the judgment will come, justice will be done, and we are called to be a prophetic voice and to try to warn those who are... I mean, I truly feel for these young people. I mean, their worldview is so completely self-destructive. It cannot provide them with the foundation to be able to live any kind of life of human flourishing. It can't. It's not possible. They have been robbed of any transcendent meaning. And they really think it's wisdom to sit there going, he can do anything he wants with his body. You don't believe that. That psychologically does not believe he can do anything he wants with his body. Yet, I mean, I suppose, eventually, sure, you know, every expression of sexual deviancy will be normalized. Can you even use the term perversion any longer? What does that mean? I get the feeling that from their perspective, the only perversion is morality. The only perversion is righteousness. And that's when you've gotten completely to the point of woe to those who call white black and black white, who call good evil and evil good. And that involves a giving over on God's part. And there's judgment. There's judgment. So, just some thoughts. I truly am amazed at the speed at which this has taken place. But what will it bring in the future? What happens when there is a true national emergency? And this has become the fabric and fiber of this country. Won't hold together. It won't hold together. But that's what we're facing. That's what we're facing. All right. There's some thoughts about half the program on that. Everybody wanted to know. There you go. There's much more could be said. I, for one, let me address this. I do not believe that we as Christians have any way out in taking a stand on this issue. The man's name is Bruce Jenner. Will always be Bruce Jenner. And to start calling him by any other name, start using other pronouns, no matter what the pressure of the society, is to fundamentally agree that mankind has the right to change the reality of God's decree simply by their own autonomous will. Now, those of you who believe in autonomous will, I'll let you figure out what you're going to do. I mean, I honestly do look at those of you who just bang away at autonomous will and free will, fully against the testimony of Scripture that we have provided to you over and over again. I say, y'all do what y'all want to do. I don't know how you're going to deal with these issues, but your human traditions on that matter absolutely destroy having any solid foundation to deal with this subject. But to capitulate to this sudden demand that, well, you know, Mike O'Fallon says, I want dolphinplasty. He wants to be a dolphin. And I think the government should pay for it. Well, the government's paying for a guy in prison who's a traitor to the United States to be transformed into something he's not, so why not? I mean, the insanity of it all is shocking, but that's where secularism leads. Secularism is empty. Man is not autonomous. And to capitulate on this issue is to fundamentally say, I am more concerned about what the world thinks about me than what God thinks about me. And I must be faithful to God, who made Bruce Jenner a male. Now, if you don't believe God made Bruce Jenner a male, but the Christian perspective is pretty clear on that, though there's a lot of people who don't really want to give a second thought to it. And so, combine that with the absolutely disgusting action of ESPN in giving Bruce Jenner the Arthur Ashe Award for courage. That is not courage. What he did is not courageous. What those men in those landing craft did was courageous. You cannot define the term courageous outside of the terms of duty, honor, character, that kind of thing. You can't. It's not possible. But that's exactly what ESPN is doing. And I am absolutely disgusted. I know I put this on silent. You all saw me doing that at the beginning, but evidently